What's up, everybody? My name is Vince. Welcome to the channel. And if this is your first time here, you might not know a couple things. I gotta tell you, there's probably a lot of things you don't know. Now, how do I know you don't know those things? Because I know there's lots of things I don't know. And sometimes when I don't know something, I might get the information from an untrustworthy source. Like I've tried to stop doing this, but when I don't know something, I might allow the whisper down the lane type information seep into my mind, and I find myself parroting the wrong information. But I've tried to stop doing that. And if this is your first time here, you might not know that on occasion, we've been known to do walkthroughs at big box tool stores. Namely, one of those big box tool stores is Lowe's. And there are a couple questions that I get over and over and over, and I kind of didn't have the right answer. And what is the right answer? The right answer is facts. The real answer, facts. Okay? A lot of people operate on their feels. I feels this way. I feel like today we're done with the feels. Let's move on with the facts. When it comes to the Kobalt line of tools, I didn't know how I necessarily felt about them for a while. But they make a nice line of tools, especially power tools. For instance, this Kobalt hammer drill has a Jacob's chuck, nice handle. It's a hammer drill. It's a good unit. You get a lot of work done with this. If you're DIYer, you'll really get a lot of work for years to come with this kit. Matter of fact, the two questions that I get often, number one, can you get a lot of work done with these tools? And number two, when I say you could get a lot of work done for years with these tools, the warranty. What do I mean about warranty and all? Well, these Kobalt tools, power tools, have a 5-year warranty on them. And this kind of ties into some of the questions that I've been getting. Number one question. Hey, Vince, are the Kobalt cordless tools actually 24 volts? And how does that relate to other brands? Like when people say 18 volts and they have 20 volts, what is Kobalt? Is it 24 volts? What's the deal? This is the deal. It's question number one. Answered. Facts. 24 volts is a max rating. When the batteries are fully charged, when they put out their peak amount of voltage, it's 24 volts. The nominal voltage for a 24 volt max battery pack is 21.6 volts. I gotta tell you, kind of makes sense. Like, who would put 21.6? Like, who has a tool 21.6 volts? It just isn't as appealing as 24 volts. And not because it's higher, it's a round number, 21.6. So, if you've been wondering how many volts is the Kobalt's 24 volt max platform, really, it really is 24 volt max, 21.6 volts nominal. Now, if you wanted to relate that to other platforms, the Walt's 20 volt max platform is their max rating. Their nominal voltage is 18 volts. You wanted to relate that to a different brand, let's just say Rigid. Their 18 volt is a nominal rating. Their max rating is also 20 volts. So, what I'm trying to illustrate is you're actually getting a nominal rating from Kobalt that is higher than the max rating from DeWalt. People might think, if I looked at the nominal rating of the Kobalt tool, it's only 1.6 volts higher than the Walt. It's not. It's the max rating. It's actually 4 volts higher than its max rating, and it's 4 volts higher than the nominal rating, right? So if we did 18, 19, 20, 21 and a half, 3.5. Yeah, I just counted on my fingers. I gotta simplify things and break it down. So I hope that clears that up for everybody. Number two question. that I've been getting, and this relates back to the getting a lot of work done for a lot of years with these tools. And the question that people have been asking me, and more importantly, the statements that people have been making in our comments section and in the chat section when we do our walkthroughs, our live walkthroughs at Lowe's. And the statement being made is, Kobalt is being dropped by Lowe's, or Kobalt is going out of business, or Kobalt isn't going to be making any tools anymore, so on and so forth. Now, that could be scary for some of you that were considering buying Kobalt tools, because you say to yourself, well, am I buying the end of a run, a discontinued tool? Number two, you might not be able to get your tools warranted anymore because they're going bankrupt, they're going out of business, they're not making tools anymore. What a lot of people have been saying is that they're moving out Kobalt to make way for Craftsman tools, okay? What I relayed to them was, because what I'm seeing in my marketplace was, instead of them moving out Kobalt branded tools, I was seeing other hand tool items that were Stanley Black & Decker, for instance, maybe Stanley Fat Max or some DeWalt offerings. I saw space being made in the hand tool areas. By moving those items out, they were bringing in the Craftsman items. And quite frankly, I really didn't see much in the way of Kobalt being pushed out of the store. That could have been my marketplace, because we spoke to Kobalt, yes. In an effort to bring you 100% correct information instead of whispered down the lane, I reached out to Kobalt and we actually got an answer. And this is the answer. The answer is yes. Some of you are correct. Kobalt offerings, hand tool offerings, are being moved out of the store, okay? So some of their hand tool offerings are indeed being moved out of the store. But Lowe's is doubling down on the Kobalt line. So I was like, well, what does that mean? What do you mean doubling down? You just said you're moving out the hand tools. And this is what they relayed to me. They said to me that they are going to be expanding this 24-volt platform, okay? So they're going to be expanding the offerings. You're going to see more and more 24-volt tools, expanding the lines. They're also going to be offering more benchtop tools as well, corded and cordless. So when people ask you, or you see it in the chat, or when you talk to somebody and they say, hey, I heard Lowe's is getting rid of Kobalt, you could say, we saw it over at VCG Construction. Lowe's isn't getting rid of Kobalt, they're doubling down. They're expanding the cordless and benchtop lines. Yeah, they might be moving out some hand tools, but overall, the line's going to grow in Lowe's. We wanted to make this video to make you aware of it and give you 100% of the information, because that's what we like to do. I never want to be known as a rumor mill. I don't dig it. And if you like YouTubers and people in general, who likes a rumor mill? If you like YouTubers and people that won't spread false rumors about you, then smash the like button. Also, if this is your first time here and you aren't already, get subscribed. Tap the bell notification. A lot of the videos that we do are emergency tool deals. What happens is we find a tool deal, maybe on this Kobalt combo kit. We find a tool deal, either ourselves or through our community, and then we make an emergency tool deal video about it. Some of those tool deals are glitches that only last a matter of minutes. The reality is, though, these big retailers, they honor the glitch. We have people in our community that have gotten thousands of dollars worth of tools and only spent hundreds of dollars to get them. Why spend thousands when you could spend hundreds? Tap the bell, get notified. With that, I want to say I appreciate every single one of you being here. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you all on the next one. You know, there is one thing, if I had a criticism, These combo kits. You listening, Kobalt? Can't you do 2 batteries? I know the batteries are cheap. The batteries are really inexpensive. So it's not a big deal to buy a second one. But my question is then, why not throw in a 2 amp hour? If you don't want to give 2 4 amp hours, throw in a second 2 amp hour. What do you think? Leave it down in the comment section below, people. If you think they're combo kits, maybe they should include a second battery.
Video's over, but I know you want more. So this is how you're going to get it. First thing you need to do is pretend you're this guy. And you're here at the birthplace of freedom. Now ring that bell like it's 1776 and let all notifications through. What? You're not subscribed yet? Well, smash this button here. After that, watch this video here, and maybe over here. See you later.